Hidden head of the Steel Devil destroyed by the rogue trader aboard the corrupted void ship. Got a bunch of stuff in there. Kiavagama, yeah, we have a bunch of trophies in here. Let's see here. We needed a cognitator. Link your account. No, thank you. Data Chronicle. This is what exactly? Shrine of Remembrance. Weird. Let's see if we find a cognitator in here somewhere. No, not in here either. Damn it. A bath. So let's see. No. Yeah, there's no cognitator in here. That I can see at least. Back to the bridge. Maybe it's down here with the Mechanicus. Let's go.
The Omniscient knows all. Comprehend.
Have you studied Dement's natural augment yet?
I have destroyed it.
You're lying.
This statement is true. I am yet to settle into a definitive course of action. I am running a spot diagnostic on the memory of the heretic Dements. Even though purity protocols stipulate that his blasphemous knowledge must be eradicated, I am not drawn toward forbidden information, but only to data concerning the blessed Amanats.
All right. Have you found out anything?
The success has been partial. Dement's Haneman's identity has been confirmed. The widespread influence of paranoid motivations is observable in his cognitive processes, which is what seems to have caused him to break his vows. However, extensive regions of his memory have been damaged by forbidden technologies and are, for now, defying decryption. My study of the minds of the tech comrades, Abel, Tarsus, and Dements, has revealed an anomalous similarity between the patterns of damage their memories sustained. What I attributed to cognitive idiosyncrasies, synaptic damage, and the distortive action of scrap code may be the result of a different kind of influence. The undecryptable data fragments in their memory arrays are mysteriously symmetrical.
What corrupted Dements?
An echo of the warp. Energies of the immaterium that had seeped into real space and taken the shape of a Vox signal. I have found recorded cases of similarly induced corruption in the archive. Listening to the void is a perilous occupation.
But you did want to know what he knew. You were interested.
The quest for knowledge is our mission of highest priority. But what Dements promised was not knowledge, but a distorted copy of it. This was not what the Deus Mechanicus had told us to seek.
Okay. Any information on Archmagus Amara? Not.
The data discovered is unreadable. It is encrypted, albeit only partially, and I hypothesize that the heretic Dements was attempting to decrypt it. I will take every effort to extract a larger volume of data. Information pointing to the unit referred to as the Maimed Hunter is alleged to be of critical significance.
Has it ever occurred to you that all these events may be part of Arnott's plan?
That is a valid hypothesis, but not a very likely one. Its truth value is irrelevant, as it does not contradict the necessity of establishing the fate of Archmagus Amanat.
Continue your research.
Response: affirmative. The decryption will continue with diligence and caution.
I must take my leave.
May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Okay. Void Ship Bridge. It's still active. I am IH-630 of the Adeptus Mechanicus. A faithful servant of the Machine God, the venerated Engineer Prime has entrusted this sacred mechanism into my care so that I may assist your understanding and comprehension of its hallowed code. Yeah, nothing to do here. So we talked with everyone that might. Earliet is over there. She has nothing to do with that kind of shit. Let's see if we can buy something. Medium armor. Could buy a little bit of the stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Let's get on with it. Alright. Couldn't do anything about the gate. Everything done. Still doing that. Unable. Still doing stuff there. Same there. Can't build. I have urgent message from Dragonus, Lord Captain. Our astropath are receiving numerous transmissions. But no, these aren't ordinary messages. Each and every one is a plea for help. Dragonus is reporting a massive Xeno raid, and every mental image transmitted is wreathed in flame. The astropathic choirmaster is struggling to determine when exactly the invasion began, but all signs point to it happening shortly after your departure to the Xenorus Maleficum. Any delay condemns the world to even greater suffering. Your people are begging for immediate aid. Okay. Chart. Let's see if this was the place we visited. It was. Okay. Let's see what we can do. So let's make a save here, just in case. Warp. Instead of admiring themselves, monkeys should direct their gaze to the world around them more often. Okay, what the hell happened? Taking careful steps, almost without a sound, Irliet examines the study's interior, raising her brows in surprise and muttering something to herself in the Eldari tongue. Why are you in my chambers and uninvited at that? Irliet turns to you. Why are you asking me this, Elentak? Is this place forbidden? On my craft world, we all held to a simple custom. You may set your foot whenever your path requires. Sacred ground was the only exception to this rule. Is there something sacred in this room, Alantak? Irriot looks around the room. I do not think so. How did you manage to slip past the enforcers? You know, I avoid your kin and their obsessive attention. It was fairly easy to distract a couple of monkeys to slip past them. Meeting your eyes, Irlet nods in understanding. I suppose this is not pleasant news to hear. You do understand how suspicious this looks, yes? Only in your eyes, Alantak. But knowing how fearful and mistrustful your species is, I suppose I should have foreseen such a reaction. For a human, trespassing is akin to an insult. Did I ever think I would encounter this? Did I ever think I would encounter this again after Krudarak? Erlet laughs sorrowfully. Sniff. Stiff, meaningless rules, and condemning for overstepping lifeless boundaries. It weighed so heavily upon me back then. But is your entire world contained with this tiny mental cage, Elentak? Your ship, these chambers, they are but a speck of dust, an island, a temporary shelter in a world that is far bigger and more expansive than, well, enough of that. Now that you are here, I wish to speak with you about our agreement. I have traveled through the whale many times inside your steel-winged bird, and every time her voice torments me, trying to drive me mad. Erliet stares through you, unconsciously touching the spirit stone on her chest with a trembling hand. Her whispers fill my ears every time I enter the warp, inescapable and incessant, poisoning and inflaming every single emotion and thought, making them uncontrollable. I have learned to shut myself off as best I can, just so that I might have the chance to search for what I have lost. And we have managed to find some of the children of Krudraksh, find to bear witness to their horrific fate. Erliet half closes her eyes. I think that every step I take to discover Krudrak's fate brings nothing but doom to my brothers and sisters. And still, I ask you not to stop. With every cycle, those still hidden in the darkness of the cosmos draw closer to their demise and obscurity. Out of all the monkey I have met, I thought that you Elentak, might be able to understand me and my pain. But the direction of your thought eludes me, Elentak. With one hand you bestow mercy upon my kin, yet take their lives with the other. What is it? A flaw in your soul, or the blood that flows in your veins? I am frightened by your fickleness. I remember our agreement, and will fulfill it, just as I promised. Iliad gives you a barely visible nod. Her face is clouded with emotion, but you cannot read her expression. Your words, Elentak, they are something that still gives me a Iliad's words are interrupted by a strange sound similar to stifled sign, her gaze trained upon something past you. Turning around, you see what has caught her attention, an odd, unsightly shard of porous material mounted on the wall like a trophy. An entire kaleidoscope of emotional plays across her face, changing too quickly to catch. Her sign, she sighs once more, and then her feelings are concealed behind an impenetrable, impersonal mask. What is this, monkey? Irlet's voice sounds unusually cold. Let's take fellowship here. Something has changed. Is it as though you have cut yourself off from me, Irlet? What's going on? Irlet looks at you, her eyes devoid her emotion, every shred of life and warmth that you previously beheld in them. You are observant, Elentak, how unusual. But there is no need to trouble your mind with conjecture. I have inflicted enough of my unbridled feelings upon you, but I am in control again. Enough. I have lingered here too long. From now on, I will avoid entering places you prefer to keep hidden from me. Weird. Critical task. Strange task has stopped appearing in the Lord Captain's log. Okay. Return to Dragonas. Throne room. New ruler. Every vassal world in the is a treasure and a source of wealth. However, manage this world, blah blah blah. Hidden catch on Dragonas, hidden catch on Kiavagama. We just left Kiavagama, goddammit. Save. Visit. Okay, let's see what we've got to.
The Emperor gave me a vision. We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
You hear a strange sound that reminds you of dripping water or the clattering of something sharp against metal. Okay.
Serving the Inquisition means peering into the secrets of humanity's foes. Aren't you afraid that one day you will peer too deeply, Interrogator?
The ventilation system still works. There are strange gouges on the metal. They look like the claw marks of some beast that was trying to crawl into the shaft.
Fear is the enemy of duty. Anyone who cannot overcome this weakness does not last long in the Holy Inquisition.
Demolishing?
The Emperor favors me today.
Let's see here.
Nothing escapes my sight.
Metal box was brutally forced open. Why would the ship owners break into it if they could simply turn the key?
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
An expected result.
Oh, Vox Cleric. Hunched over the Voxcaster, the hooded man mutters monotonously, but empathically into the machine as he rocks slightly to and fro. In the light of distant stars, our Emperor Progenitor wanders wearily, with thoughts and visions of us. He sends us particles of his light, though his body suffers. His mind lingers on us. Let us therefore nourish him with the light of our souls, with our prayers, with our faith. Argenta frowns. The faithful worship the Emperor under the great many names and after a great many fashions, and yet I do not like this prayer. Praise the Emperor, greetings, priest. The man falls silent. After a pause he says, praise our progenitor. With a pale hand he throws back his hood. You see an ugly face with a flat, wide nose, disproportionately large brow ridges, irisless eyes with enormous pupils, a wide tooth-like mouth, and skin that transitions to purple scales at the cheekbones. Standing before you is an abominable subhuman, a mutant. Welcome to the abode of the nourished. Henrik recoils. The Grim Martian touches his temple as if painted by a headache. This is bad, this is very, very bad. Ready your weapons, Svinto. Lore Xenos, look closer at the misshapen man. Success. This being's nature has strayed too far from mankind's blessed genome. The Creed sees no humanity in deviation like these, and so it commands that such creature is exterminated without mercy. Attack, the world is full of horrors, but your death will make it a much better place. The mutant shrieks, grinning. May the grace of our progenitor be upon you. His words are piercing, becoming a shrill echo of 100 voices. Minds growing ever louder. It torments your mind, and before you know it, you reach for your weapon.
I will end your heresy!
You hear the clanging echo growing louder in the empty modules, like hundreds of clawed limbs striking bulkheads and grabbing onto bars. Whoever is advancing upon you, there are a lot of them. You ought to run for your life before they trap you in this crammed Vox cabin. Countless foes and a cumbersome position. O Emperor, I thank thee for giving us the chance to taste the sweetness of battle and the solemn joy of courageous deeds. Sister, I fear we are about to partake of something quite different, or more likely someone is about to partake of us. Let's do tech use. Make a dash for the Voxcaster and try to contact the ship. We succeed. The Vox spits out a torrent of static, though which you nonetheless manage to catch fragments of words spoken by a voice not unlike that of your Voxmaster. Von Valak, command lock. The signal is lost before you manage to say anything. Henrik's evidently at the end of his patience growls through gritted teeth. We must get out of this trap. Plan your retreat. If you had a few hours to explore the ship, you surely would have found any number of discrete shafts and unlocked modules you could have used to leave the ship. As it is, you're only aware of a single possible escape route, through the airlock back the way you came. Any other path may lead to a dead end. There's an old military adage that says when you're already in deep trouble, don't poke around anywhere unless you know what you'll find there. I'll propose we get out the same way we came in. Optimal retreat route calculated. Delaying is not advised. We got to go. Your gaze falls on a rune-covered control panel near the Vox receiver. A green lumen burns beneath the engaged airlock seals switch. The switch socket is corroded and does not immediately yield to your touch, but the lumen charge changes color to blood red, and the writing of deactivated airlocks rises up from the depths of this ship.